Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been ages.
Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say. It feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law? Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Dahnan disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegis.
Lenegis? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Oh, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out.
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano, but you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. There's a giant Zoogle running riot in there.
A Zoogle, huh?
I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing. All right.
I guess...
Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking about one bit.
Well, we have to press on. We're going through Zion Mine to Berg Volcano. Let's move.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cyslodia.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Daanan owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby. Whew!
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors? And his stomach and sides, like a map of our travel! Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile!
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hootle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Take this! Shattering pieces! Attack hard! Here I come! Eat this! Take this! Dragon's Roar! Double Demon Fang! Freeze Laser!
Chinese supernova!
Can't get out of this!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Hear my
Dance on the
call!
wind! Nothing gets by here! On your
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Dance on the wind!
Freeze lancer!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze lancer!
You're mine!
Thunder
No escape!
I'm ready for the next battle.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Take this!
Don't
suffer in silence!
Water!
You're
Hear my
on!
call! I'm so good at airport targets. If it's in the sky,
Here I
it's
come.
mine. I never miss.
Got fired!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Thanks. Gravitas field.
No escape! Severing wind! Rising falcon! You apart!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
Dragon
Freeze
Swarm!
lancer. The flame sword.
Double demon fang!
Will this help?
No escape!
Mark of the sky high. Here
You're
is the
on.
lightning
I owe you one.
Radiant
No
shot.
escape.
Let the marksman too much to handle. This one's mine.
Take it!
Holy
Strike.
land. Here.
Shooter!
Here. Let me
You're
help.
on!
Illuminate.
It's over!
Water. Here. Holy land. Flood. Here. Flame of fury. Burning strike. Glacial spear. Here.
Demon
Evil.
fang! You're mine! Shine! Radiant
Not
light!
done.
Force of
Illuminate the
regeneration!
Holy
Regenerate! Double demon fang! You're on!
Blood.
This isn't that
Demon fang! You're mine!
Bloody
This one's all mine!
Healing
Double demon fang! Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction
Now!
light.
Take this! Here! Rising Falcon!
You're
mine! I'm not done! Severing wind! Stardust!
Holy land! Go! One more!
Double demon! Here I come!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
No
Blood!
escape!
First aid!
Take this! No escape! Wind! Here I come! Rising Falcon!
Force of
It's over!
Where are you going?
Allow me to help you.
Here I come! Ha! I'm not
Allow me
done!
to help you.
Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Illuminate
Not
the
yet!
dark! Come
Ha!
forth!
I'm
Holy
not
quiver!
done! Stardust!
Holy land!
It's over!
Back into the fray!
Double demon fang!
Illuminate the dark!
Ha! You picked the wrong fight!
Rending you
apart! Crush!
Bloody
Severing wind!
On your knees! Do it!
It's off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A hard-won victory.
Gotta break through! Take this!
Take this!
No! You're mine!
Grind you into
I'm not done! Double demon fang!
He's the agile one to me.
Severing wind! Here I come!
Here I go!
Mirage!
Radiant sword! Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of
Here I come!
fury! Illuminate the dark! Glacial spear!
Try
Here's
harder!
evil!
My turn!
Holy
Strike!
land! Freeze
Severing
land!
wind! Rending you apart! Stardust! Mirage! I'm ready! No escape!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Now! This one's all mine! Eat
Benediction
this!
light.
Radiant
Easy and
You're
smelling to
mine!
me.
And the bubbling to me! Now!
It's over! Blow them away! My turn! No escape!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Here I come!
Burning
No escape!
Resonate with the earth.
It's over!
Illuminate
Take
the fury! Come forth! Holy quiver!
On
Take
your
this!
knees.
Holy land!
I'm ready! Drop off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A comfortable win.
You guys want to rest here? It's important to get your rest. Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like. Well, how's it taste?
The meat is just the right texture and firmness.
I'm impressed you can cut up such a huge fish.
The basic procedure doesn't really change whether a fish is big or small.
Still, I feel a little bad eating this fish.
I'm the type who fishes for food first and foremost. Don't worry, I took an imprint of it for posterity before.
The meat is so thick. It almost reminds me a little of beef.
What's the difference? Isn't it all...
Says the guy who always complains about it not being red meat whenever we have fish.
Look, as long as it tastes good, I don't care what it is.
Even vegetables?
I'm talking about meat!
It looks thick because that's how big the fish was. There's still plenty to go around.
Sure, I'll take another slice.
Better grab it while you can, everyone. Mind if I join you, Law?
Hey, Alphen?
What's up, Law?
You ever find yourself just wanting to give Rinwell a pat on the back?
Law?
Not in a weird way. I'm just saying, she may be sassy, but she's also trying really hard, you know? And sometimes, when I see how hard she's working, I just wanna...
No, I can see why you might feel that way.
Right, exactly! But I'm worried if I do it the wrong way, she'll blast me with her magic. Or if not her magic, she'll sick Hootle on me to peck my eyes out.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. In fact, you're not the only ones.
Huh? Has Hootle attacked you too?
No, I just mean because of her thorns.
Thorns? I don't remember... Huh?
Anyway, Hootle's probably just worried that you're going to take Rinwell away from him. Maybe your first step should be to make friends with him.
Right.
Thank goodness for Law's thick skull.
Let's make sure to kick ass tomorrow, too. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess.
We've reached our destination.
choice. Here I come!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
It's quite hot here. The climate feels different from Menancia's.
It's gotten much cooler since leaving town, though.
Does that mean eyes were burning holes in us?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law.
yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast!
Discourteous, aren't you?
You're mine! No escape! Dragon Swarm!
It's a duel of the arts! By the power of the tide! Illuminate the dark one's mind! What can they sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Guys!
Well done!
Take this! I'm not done! Stardust! It's over! I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
We can really make weapons with this?
Come and face me!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Your art!
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I never miss!
Are those
Don't
rocks
mind if I
its
do.
skin?
By the power of water! Raging
You're mine!
Aim for their weak spot!
Try
The
harder!
enemy wields ours too.
You'll soon see about that! Glad you have your uses!
Burn in hell!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
One champion world!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Here I go!
I'm not done!
Another incantation doing.
There!
Resonate with the earth!
Double demon fight!
Shield! Tunnel! Radiant pierce!
Try not a chance!
Here's the healing art!
Double demon fang!
Here goes!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed ball.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll grind you into
Champion Lightning! Here's now! This one's got your name on it!
ashes to ashes!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
This'll make us even more formidable. Huh.
Go no further!
You're mine!
Take this!
Radiant pierce!
Damn it!
Lightning
Double
orb!
demon fang! You're mine!
Their hide as thick as armor!
The flame inside me yearns to be lit free!
Rending you up!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Double demon!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open! Be my guest!
Holy land!
Strike!
Here!
Double demon!
I can carve through armor!
Illuminate the dark! Come
Take
forth,
this!
Holy Glitter! Holy
Dragon
land!
Swarm!
Arm require complete focus!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth,
Ready and
Holy
rare!
Glitter!
Rending you up!
Holy land!
Dragon
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
I can feel my precision improving.
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer, thank you very much.
Out of our way!
Here I come!
Don't mind if I do!
Crush! Double Demon Fang!
Lightning Orb!
It's over! This one's all
Don't
mine!
mind if I do! Do it!
Shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I'll take you all on! No escape!
Lightning
Severing
Orb!
Wing!
Now!
You're mine!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike! Not a chance!
These enemies aren't to me!
Take this!
It's over!
No complaints here.
Tempest!
You're mine! Strike! It's over!
Raging Storm!
I'm ready! River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I've been doing really great lately.
Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine!
Begin! I'll smash you!
Holy Land!
If it curls up, time to get out of the way. I shall ensure you survive this.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Blow away!
Gemini Aqua!
Dragon Swarm!
Close one!
Severing Wind!
Bloody
Get out my watch! Here!
Strike!
I'm out of ammo! One!
Mirage! It's on!
Take it.
Into the shadow!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Do it!
Bloody
Look sharp!
lightning tiger blade. We managed to pull through.
My face is starting to sting, and my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Xion? Oh, wait. You're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Illuminated Sun!
What I can do.
Here, Holy Glimmer!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Spread!
Double Demon Fang!
Pierce evil blacking parts their weak points!
You're mine! Try harder! My turn!
Here!
You're mine!
I'm ready.
I'm out of ammo!
Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Take this.
Don't mind if I do!
Elucidity.
They're surrounding us!
Double Demon Fang!
Healing Circle! I am you, Xion! Healing is what my art... I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Do it!
Stardust!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike! Not a chance!
Into the shadow!
No armor can stop me.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! I'm not done!
Raging Storm!
Double Demon Fang! I'm not done!
They smite with
Dragon
black
Swarm!
Illuminate the dark!
Ignite!
I'm ready! Xion, Astral Energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Strike!
Naturally!
Soaring Light Spear! Rising Dragon!
I'm ready.
Doubling! In an instant! Impact Block! Now! Here I come! I'm not done!
I'm ready.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
The heavens must be smiling.
Hootle?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Armor won't save you!
You got company!
Here I come!
Raging Storm! Tunnel! Will this help? You have to aim for the right area on their back.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Go for the weak point! Don't mind if I do. What would I do without you?
Double team
Where are
effect!
you going?
Try hard to flame inside me! You're not even be free! Burn in hell! You're mine! Strike! Double demon fang! Take this! Double demon fang! Double tap!
Radiant here!
You're mine! I'm not done! Take this! You're on!
Far enough!
Raging Storm!
Dragon Swarm!
Arch Steel! Go! Tunnel!
Double demon fang!
Illuminate the
Shine!
Don't mind if I
Radiant
do.
light!
This one's mine!
Regeneration!
Now!
Double demon remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
This one's all mine! It's over!
Lightning! Downfall! Raging
Water!
Storm!
Demon Rat! Ignite! Eagle Ray!
Glacial Steel!
Double demon
Here's
fang!
evil!
I'm not done!
Freeze Lancer!
Double demon fang!
You have such an incredible technique!
Brute force is nothing without elegance of form.
I don't know if I'd say nothing.
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! That astral energy was incredible!
I gave it everything I had.
That equipment should come in handy.
No choice! Off to everlasting darkness!
Ready? Shining Supernova!
Ready to go! Elusive deity! I'm not done! Strike!
Tempest Wide!
Take this! Strike!
Illuminate the
Rising
Storm! Touch force! Holy
It's
Flare!
over!
Radiant
Dragon
Fire!
Swarm!
I'm out of ammo! To the front!
Resonate with the earth!
Far enough!
Stalagmite!
Radiant
Strike!
Glacial Spear!
Burn!
Lightning
Air
Orb!
pressure! Take this! Rending you apart!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
Bloody
I'm not done!
Thunderblade! Illuminate the Storm!
Double demon fang!
Holy Lance!
Thanks! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Now! You're mine!
I'm
Strike!
out of ammo! Now! Astral Energy! Full throttle! Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you can just write all this down?
An opponent like this should be easy.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Where are you going?
You're mine!
Don't mind if I do. Arch Steel!
I'm not done! Stalagmite! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning condemned!
Double demon fang!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
This time!
No dawn
shall break this
Not yet!
Eagle Ray!
Ready to go!
Hear my call!
You're on! I'm not done!
Here's evil! Thunder Field! Freeze Lancer!
Burn in hell! Now! Take this! No escape!
Gemini,
You're
let
on!
the marksman handle this.
Dragon
Take
Swarm!
this!
Shining
Double
Supernova!
demon fang! Begin! I'm not my turn! Strike! Strike!
Where are you going?
Double demon fang! You're finished!
Radiant
instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dragon Form! Strike! Double Demon Fang! Wind! Elusive Deity!
Now!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
This bridge will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
Hold on to your arc. Here I come. Thunderbolt.
Elusive Deity! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form! Eat dirt! Eagle Ray!
Water.
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready. Here, do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us.
If only every battle went so well.
Whoa!
What's with that shining foe over there?
Callous.
This won't be easy.
Anything in armor is all
Don't be
mine!
such a pessimist.
Double Demon Fang!
Far enough.
I'm knocked up!
All right. It's showtime. By illuminating. Come forth, holy glimmer.
Dragon Swarm!
Holy lamp.
Now you see what I can do!
Got you.
Negative gate!
Will this help?
Take this!
Not in your dreams.
On your
Thunder Field. Healing circle.
flame inside
What would I
is
do
yours.
with walls?
Thanks, Shio.
One at a
Be
time.
careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear.
Take this!
In a bind?
Double Demon Fang! Try harder! My turn! Take it! Double Demon Fang!
Freeze Lancer.
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Do it.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
No
waltz.
escape!
Can you take it?
Do it, Cassidy. Swirl.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Right, here goes! You're mine! No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Into the shadows.
It's
Not on
on!
my watch.
Grind you into dust!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Wind! Stardust!
Illuminate the evil.
Come
Now.
on, come on!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis. You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
Soaring Light Spear! Devastation!
Everlasting dark!
Double Demon Fang!
I never miss.
Here I come! Strike! Dragon Swarm!
Do it.
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
A comfortable win.
carve through armor! Far enough! Double demon fang! Here I come! Dragon form! On your knees! Air pressure! Aim for the weak spot! Double demon fang! I'm not done! I'm not done! Double demon fang! Resonate with the earth! Ready and ready! Stalagmite! Ignite!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stuck up! Thunder field!
Dragon Sniff! Double demon fang!
Take!
Blow them away! Not a chance! I'm not done! Raining splash!
Can you take it?
Seismic rupture!
Do it! Take that! Go get him!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily. Both of them contain Earth astral energy.
No choice!
Now you see what I can do! Here's the evil! They've got me surrounded! Lightning Lord!
Double form!
On your
Win!
Here's an lightning condemned!
Mirage! This one's all mine!
Blah blah blah, magic!
Double demon fang!
Here's a
Eat
healing
dirt!
eye.
You're mine! Strike! Win!
Raging storm!
Ready and ready!
Radiant? This one's mine!
Can you take it? I can carve through armor!
We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back!
Here's the evil!
Here I come!
Blood.
Start up!
Freeze
You are
laser!
hot! Bloody shit! It's over! You're mine!
Holy land!
Double demon fang!
Gravitas field!
In a bind?
Nothing gets by me!
Double demon fang! The flame inside me!
Do it!
To be let
Sion,
free!
astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Here I come!
Naturally!
Denied! Everlasting
Double demon fang!
Eagle Ray! Can you take it?
Do it!
My turn!
Here goes!
I'm not
Ghost
done!
lightning condemned!
You picked the wrong fight!
Freeze laser! Blah blah blah, action!
Strike!
Here I go! Holy
Team
land!
fire diver!
Do
Blow
it!
away! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
further!
Handle this.
I can carve through armor!
Confiscated!
By the
Double demon fang!
Lightning orb! Weapon is hot! Fled!
Glacial Spear. Here's
Lightning
Aim for
orb!
the weak spot!
Freeze laser! Lightning
Double
orb!
demon fang! Take this! I'm not done!
Rotating pile driver!
Illuminate the sun!
I never miss!
Holy
Double
river!
demon fang!
Nothing gets by me.
Hear my call!
You picked the wrong fight!
Ready and ready!
Glacial Spear. Here's
Double
evil.
demon fang!
Acid
I'm
freeze
not done!
laser! Tunnel!
Crush! I'm not done!
Radiant pierce!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning orb!
Crush!
Here,
We
let me
did
help.
it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen...
Let's refrain from losing.
Hi, Hoodle! Radiant pierce!
I'll smash you!
Lightning orb!
Here I come!
One more!
Pounding you apart! Severing wind! Stardust!
Take this! Looks like you got this one covered!
Aim for the weak spot!
Illuminate the sun! Holy lance!
Double demon fang! Lewis!
Illuminate the sun!
You're mine!
Freeze laser!
Ignite!
Holy wall!
You're mine! Lewis, escape!
Healing circle!
I owe you one. It's
Now!
over! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed blow.
Supernova! Healing circle!
A victory for the ages.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Dougal?
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
I'll smash you!
Take this! Allow me to help you. Dragon Swarm!
Chinese Supernova!
Crush!
My call!
Can you take it?
Dragon Swarm!
A thrilling performance.
You're finished!
Tempest Lightning! Down! Take that!
Take this!
Take that!
Being interrupted.
Severing wind!
Shattering
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Illuminate
Take
the
this!
sun!
Strike! Dragon Swarm!
Forgive me.
You'll pay for that!
healed myself.
Here!
I can carve through armor!
I'm out of ammo. I'm all
Bathed
stocked
in
up.
blood.
I'll heal you all.
Bloody holiday!
Take this!
Lightning
I should... Sure you survived it.
Demon Fang! Burn it
Negative gate!
Thanks, Shira.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Freeze Lancer!
Raining...
Soaring!
Water! Hear my call!
Demon!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here's the
Eagle
eagle!
Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer!
Now you see what I can do!
Tempest Swirl!
Raising you up!
You're
Glacial
mine!
Spear! Here's the eagle!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Eat dirt!
Freeze Lancer!
Here I come! I'm not done! Double Demon Fang!
Elusive deity! Eagle Ray!
There you go! Don't let up!
Here I come!
Lightning descent!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Forward up!
Only land! Radiant blood!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll grind you into dust!
Double Demon Fang!
Rending you apart!
Tempest Swirl!
Bloody
Here
holiday!
goes! Here's enough lightning! Downfall!
Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Raging storm!
Ready and wait! Double Demon Fang!
Bloody
Double Demon Fang! Take this!
Shining Supernova!
I'm not done! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Now! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here come more!
You'll just have to keep fighting.
Leave the enemies ours to me! This one's mine!
No complaints here!
Here, let me help! Shining Supernova! First aid!
Not today!
All in
I'm
all,
not done! Severed wing!
can you take it? Take it!
It's too much!
Our expert coming through!
No! Can't end here!
No more
From
playing
beyond,
nice!
imbue this
What might I
vanquished
do?
soul with life!
Here! Tempest Swirl! Here's a healing heart! First aid! Take it! I never miss! They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Manuel!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Shine! Not a
Radiant
chance!
light! Force of regeneration!
Dragon Swarm!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
Win!
Here.
What you mean?
It won't end like... Strategy?
My fault.
I like the sound of that.
I owe you one.
I'll heal you all.
Heal!
Healing circle. What would I do without? Hold on to your
Why'd
heart.
you heal me?
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem. Not in your dreams.
Front!
Not on my watch.
I'm not done!
Negative gate!
Tempest Swirl.
On your...
No
Where that
escape!
came from?
Blow away!
Lightning
Here
descent. Thunder
I
blade. Illuminate the
Double
dark.
Demon Fang!
Holy
From
land.
beyond, imbue
Double
this
Demon
vanquished
Fang!
soul with...
You attack without mercy.
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against a worthy opponent.
You're mine!
From beyond, imbue this
Not
vanquished
today!
I can't nail your mom.
Double Demon Fang! Stay away from
Our
my friends!
incantation ruined.
Healing circle.
Double Demon
Back
Fang!
into the fray.
Dragon
I'll
Swarm!
bring you back from death to day.
Now! You're Try harder! I'm not done! Try harder! Now! You're can't move!
Radiant
Double Demon Fang!
I never miss.
Here, let me help. Enough done!
I can carve through armor!
Double demon fang!
Soaring
Double demon fang!
Damn it! Don't mind if I do! I'll heal you all!
Double demon fang!
All mine!
Healing circle!
Burn! You're mine!
Leave the chargers to me! Hey,
Sometimes
Mirage! You're mine!
Radiant here!
Demon fang!
Do it! Frozen!
hammer!
Now!
I hope this medicine works at the
Radiant storm! Here goes!
Rending you a bloody
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword, and with my thorns.
Shion.
Negative gate!
Mirage! Dragon form!
Lightning orb!
Rending you a
Deny!
Here goes! Lightning strike!
Enough done!
Thunderblade!
Mirage! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Double it's on!
Heal!
You're mine!
Healing circle!
Okay, here I go.
I can carve through armor!
What would I do without you? Lightning orb!
Double demon fang!
Here's the evil!
Not today!
Take that! Lightning condensed!
Mirage!
Thunderblade! Radiant here!
Double demon fang! You're mine!
Sorry. I didn't want to put you out.
What our friends
You're
for,
mine!
we can't depend on them.
You're right.
It
Bear
looks
that
like
in
you
mind.
got this one covered. Illuminated arrow! That's right! Now! Ridwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Nothing gets by me!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Watch and learn! That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. I can feel my power growing!
Hey, is that it over there?
Did we really just spend that much money?
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario.
Let's try not to stay away too long.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution.
Works for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, Then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion? Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own? She's not over there. Where did she run off to? Xion. Xion. Xion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shionne, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
they will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much. When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Dahnans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shionne!
Elphin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being the slave. How can you endure this?
Elphin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen! We can fight this! Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shionne, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys... You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard? How could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the Blazing Sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you, until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.